Hello everyone, it is Tammy and I am finally going to update you guys on our income. We're gonna put this cash places that it needs to be. So this is going to be a big catch up, okay? Now, my husband has not started his new job yet. This was supposed to be started a couple weeks ago, okay, but it is a job that you can't start midweek. So the first Monday that he went, which was 2 weeks ago, it was he had an issue with birth certificate and his ID. He had to change his ID to have both of his middle names on it, because it is a government job, so they're very particular about all of that. So he did that, and he went back this past Monday, and as he's there and he's going through, like, maybe 15 minutes had gone by from him starting his orientation, getting blood drawn for physical and all that, and he gets several calls from his mother, and he wasn't going to answer it, and then he looked at his phone and she was like, it's an emergency. And so he called her back, and the woman doing his testing could overhear the conversation. His sister was in a very bad wreck, sister and his uncle. So they told him to go ahead and leave, and that the following week he could start. So he's starting. Today is Saturday, so he's supposed to be starting in 2 days, okay? This is a little nerve-wracking because, you know, that put us behind 2 weeks. But his sister is doing better. She did have a small brain bleed that was able to heal itself. It's common with, you know, hitting your head, that you might have a small bleed. And then her eyelid, she had to have 20 stitches on her eyelid. So that was a big, you know, ordeal. He helped raise his sister, so it was very important for him to be there. It's like his child, honestly, like another child. Well, she's 18 now, but, you know, she's still young, and we're just thankful that the job gave him an opportunity to do that. Now, the first time they delayed it, it wasn't his fault. Now, the second time, he could have chose to stay, but, like, they have testing, like, blood pressure and everything. His blood pressure would have been denied if he had stayed. So I feel like it's all in God's plan. I really felt when this was delayed, I felt God really say to me, it's easy to depend on me when you have money in the bank. And when my husband first quit his job, we had just enough money to cover the bills. And so it's like he was telling me, now you really just have to have faith in me. Like, just completely have total faith that it's going to be okay. One way or the other, it's going to be fine. And it has been. So, just wanted to start the video off with that. I know that it's in God's hands and it will be okay. So, let me get to where we were. We have all of March's bills paid, and we actually have a good chunk of April's already paid. Hallelujah. Let's go through this. Now, I kept tally down here. We had to use credit cards, okay? Anytime I pay a chunk off on a credit card, I have to keep using the credit cards, and it's disappointing, but it is what it is. So, right here we had 20 put on a credit card. $7.42 was on our food stamps. Thank God for that. We applied immediately after he quit, and we're gonna, as soon as he starts getting paid, we're going to, you know, send in his pay stubs and everything. And it's for 4 of the 6 of our family, because 2 children are part-time here. So we are already out of the food stamps, but we are so thankful that we had that, because then we really don't know what we would have done. We used 52 cash, and then the other part of the month we used the rest of the food stamps, which was $280. So it was for like a month and a half that we got at the time. And then for credit cards, because we had no more cash, it was $464. So I'm gonna just add up what we added onto credit card. So $464.05 plus 20, just 20 there. Okay, so credit card went up by $484.05. That's just gonna, you know, be delayed on if I paid with a credit card, I would just make a payment on it. This total for the credit card, it's going to go up because I had to put our phone on our auto pay on a credit card, because I could not risk them trying to get it out of a bank account. I believe I already went over the debts. I believe so. Last video. I haven't been able to keep up with monthly recaps at all because, you guys, it's so hard. So hard lately. Okay. So here's what I got. A woman at church donated $16. I made her a book in exchange. I've been using the Benjamin app. If you don't know about it, it's really cool. Like, I always use Fetch and stuff, but Benjamin app is for games. So I actually pulled out 40 from that. And then my mother gave me $100 to go towards her insurance, but then she ended up paying all of the insurances out of her bank account. So that was just like an extra $100 that we were able to use for other expenses. I got 15 off of Etsy. I DoorDashed, and I got 87 off of that. And then my mom loaned us $900. So I'm going to add right here mom loan, because this is being paid back. Okay. I'm so glad that I have a family that's helping me, and I don't like have to pay a set rent or anything like that. Okay, let's go over the bills that have been paid regardless of circumstances. Okay, so the phone's paid off of the credit cards. This credit card paid out of my account. My mother paid this one, State Farm, the $351. She paid Mercury out of the $900. Let me tally this up. So we're going to do $900 minus the $31. Okay. And then Walmart, I used out of her account. That was $92. Already went and done this one because we've almost maxed it out now. It's $69. Came out of her account. I'm trying to think if there's others come out of her account. No. So she wrote me a check for $707, which this is $708, but you know, there was some change in there. So $707 is what she wrote me a check for. And I have cash from that, and what we have left of the $707, I do have some in the bank, so we're going to account for that too. So I pulled out $307. Yes, I pulled out $307, and I left $400 in the bank account. So I didn't do this ahead of time. I should have. Getting the prop bills, but it is what it is. Okay. 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 50. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 350, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 400, 400, 500, 600, 600 and 20, 40, 60, 80, and we did have another 20, but I'm gonna put a placeholder because my son had a dance, so I gave him that 20. Okie dokies. So let's get this all figured up. This is where I get tripped up the most, guys. You know that. All right, let's just put that right here to the side. I could use my tray, actually. You know, I purchased it for a reason, so let me use it. Okay, because all this money is going towards bills. It's accounted for. 10s right there, that 20 with those 20s. Move that out of the way. Move the hundreds back, 50 and hundreds, and just ignore. We'll just move this, actually. Big old stack of prop money. Okay, I got all this change too, so let me just go ahead and get it out of the way. Typically I would do that first, but I've just been talking instead. I'm sorry if you can hear my fan going. So this is a tri-level home, and it was built in the 50s, and so the installation's not very good, and the original unit didn't work well. When my mom had a new unit put in a few years ago, it just, I don't know if it's the ductwork or what it is, but it freezes up almost daily when we have to use it. Almost daily. So we do have AC unit, window AC units, the 2 bottom floors, but not up here in the bedroom. So I have my fan going. Thankfully it's not like super bad yet. Okay, let me get back in the mojo of what I was trying to figure out. Okay, so this is accounted for the money from my mother. Now we did have that other money though, so let me just flip back over here. We had the 87, because I did have to use this 87 to pay a bill as well. Okay, so 80. All right. Maybe we got it now. I'm just going to put the ones with the 5, this and this. Okay. So total for the bank account was 87 plus 400. And I had the 40 from Benjamin as well. I keep forgetting all of this other. 40. We'll just use these smaller ones. It'll be okay. We had, I had a little buffer. So we had about 540 in the actual bank account, and the new income that came in, it was about 527. So let me figure out what we got paid here, and then we're gonna write down in the actual budget sheet what came out from the money, so we can kind of get an idea of what's left over. Okay, so I called and paid this one today out of the account. So that is $119. So 110, 5. I knew it. I never get enough ones. Okay. Here we go. So 119 from that. And then I paid this one today, so I don't know the interest and the new balance yet. So we had 1, 2, 50, 3, 20, 40, 51, 351 towards our van payment that came out of the account. So what we would have left in the account is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 77, because I have less than this, so I guess I counted for the Benjamin. I put the Benjamin money in here, and I guess I didn't have the Benjamin money. So I have about 40 bucks in the account. So this would be 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37. So it's around about this. So sorry. See, making mistakes. This is why I need to do this more often. Okay, now the next bill that's going to need to be paid is the Southland. I already canceled out for my Canva. I'm just going to hold off on that. Wait. So we have 1, 2, 40. Sorry, 20 of this was for my son's dance. I just remembered that. Let me put that there. Okay. 20, 40, and we're just going to have to break this whenever I am able. Whenever I take it, because I'll pay this in cash, and that will leave us with we got 280 minus 245, and that's $35 cash that we'll have left. And then we will have just around $40 in the bank account. So hold on, let me just kind of right there. Okay, so what we paid, and that whole 900 that my mother gave me, it all went towards bills. Like, it was very necessary. It's because the beginning of the month, it's so much. If we would have had to pay, oh my gosh, it's not even doesn't even have my whole book in there. I'm so sorry. If we would have had to pay our insurance, it would have been so much more. We wouldn't have been able to pay our van payment. Okay, so this total, and this is going to differ because of expenses, and I'll put expenses right here because I do have them tallied up. And let's go ahead and put dance here too, and that was 20 for his dance, and then there's 5 for I paid my friend back because she got me something from Taco Bell. I want to say there was another one, but I have it back here. Let me just actually look at that. Let me just look at it. Okay, right back here, 28. Yeah, 28. And then that's on a credit card, so I'm not even going to include that. All right, we got 16 plus 40 plus 100 plus 15 plus 87 plus 900. Oh, yeah. This right here went into my other account and went to Patreon because I am subscribed to K-Cord, and I forgot to unsubscribe, which I really don't want to unsubscribe from them anyway because I watch a lot of their reactions. So that's where that went. $6 of it. I have about $3 left in that account. So I don't know if I even need to count that 15 because, yeah, I'll count the 15 because it's Patreon. Hold on. We'll just go ahead, and it was like just under $7. Okay, now this right here, that's messed up. I guess I pressed an extra 0 somewhere. Okay, that's more like it. $1,158. And then we paid, phone came off a credit card, but we had credit 1. We had 2 credit 1s. I should have just put that together. What am I doing? Times 2, because it's mine and my husband's. We both pay a yearly fee, and that was $17 total, because it's like $8.25 a piece, but I always like round up with the change just so I can make a bigger buffer. Okay, then Mercury, and now that I paid off that $3,000 on it, the minimum payment's only $31. Hallelujah. And storage, once we start getting paid on a regular basis, I'm going to be paying extra. You know, I was paying $160 towards them a month. I'm going to continue to pay $160 towards them a month once we start getting paid. But for right now, we're paying minimums on everything. Okay, storage was $119. Walmart payment minimum is $92. That's going to go up because my credit increased on it, and we've been taking advantage because we're out of food stamps, and that's where we're getting our food. The kids' pull-ups. We do have a child that will likely be in pull-ups for many more years to come because he is autistic. So that's just an expense that we can't get rid of. And just, you know, household stuff. Okay, we got Y12. That was $351. Southland. That's going to be $245. And Capital One it was $69, up $10 on the minimum. So we have 17 plus 30 plus 119 plus 92 plus 351 plus 245 plus 69, and that is 923. I'm going to highlight the ones that are already paid. So, I don't like how the ink bled. Ah! Oh well. It's okay. Does not have to be perfect. It's alright. So that leaves $235 from the start. So, this is the tricky part, because I have such a bad habit of not accounting for some cash that goes through my wallet. I had to give my husband okay. I gave him 100. That's where part of it went, to get him through the week. Ooh, excuse me, I am so sorry. Okay. So that makes me feel better because I remembered that. So this is 100 plus 7 plus 5 plus 20 plus 28. That is 160 minus the 235. We got $75 left over, and after we use this, we will have 35 and around 40. Hallelujah! Oh my gosh, it actually it actually counted up. It did. I did good, guys. I'm proud of myself because I don't typically do that good. So yes, okay, we do have 75 left over. That's incredible, amazing, love it. Okay, now we're gonna take this $448 credit card increase. We're just gonna keep tally of it. This is when we use it, not when an auto draft comes out of it, because we are gonna have some more auto drafts come out because of the phone bill being added, but that's the only additional auto draft. Brain function work. What was I gonna say? So we're just gonna keep tally on here. Now I did use a credit card yesterday for some food because we went to a revival and we were there for a few hours. So, and it was like, oh my goodness, go look at the short that I posted before this. It was incredible. I had never been to anything like it. There was a few thousand people there. Okay, I come from a small town in Tennessee. I'm just not used to that. And it was incredible. And it was kind of like a concert. The worship was like a concert. jumping and shouting, praising God. Nothing over the top. It's not like a mega church. It's not like, it's still authentic. So I really just loved it. It was not about a show whatsoever. But yeah, we burned some calories. I haven't been doing my vlogs for my accountability to be more active just because I've been busy and just I don't know how to be consistent with filming because it's like I got all these hoodlums. I got all these children and I can't always have the phone out, So that's my priority is the phone. Or is the children, not the phone. Priority is the children, not the phone. But I think that I've done pretty well with keeping track. And let me get this situated for the next video because I will have some more totals on here. So Y12 last month was $19,118.64. Southland previous $6,752.35. ORNL $4,166.21. Care credit is about to go up, so I'm actually going to go ahead and add the new total. We're going to just say 4,000. It's going to go up 4,000, so the new total is going to be 7,475. It's going up because I am getting my dentures on the 14th of April. I'm so nervous, guys. I'm so nervous, but I'm ready to have the relief of, from the pain, and also just the relief of not having to worry about a tooth infection offing me. Like, that's really, like, if I allow that to happen and leave my kids because I'm too afraid to get these things out of my head, what kind of mom am I? My mom's paying for that as well. My mom pays. My mom is a very amazing mother. Mom, if you're watching, I love you. She's been watching every now and then. And then we're going to put mom loan right here too. 900. And then just depending on when my husband starts to get paid, how we're doing, we will figure out what we're going to put towards the mom loan a month. But trying to think if that is all. Let me do the credit card portion. And then I think that will be it. God's got me. God has everybody, okay? You really need to just, if you don't know him, just give Jesus a shot. For real. It's a game changer in these kind of situations. I had a friend, she sent me a voice message the other day and she was like, your life used to be total chaos. And it's not like it's not total chaos now, because there are times. Trust me, this has gone up a lot. This I know is over $3,000. So I'm gonna add that $484 to this previous total, because I know that's pretty much what it is, because we're putting gas and everything on this credit card. So groceries, gas, household items, plus 484 is what it was. Okay. And I guess interest was added. So I'm going to round up 3,000. We'll have a more accurate one later. Anyway, what my friend was saying is your life used to be total chaos, and I used to pray for you so hard that you would just like have some guidance, and that was before I really relied on God, and I was just so wishy-washy. And she's like, it's so amazing to see how things have came about for you guys. It's like, it really is. And it just takes a prayer. My friend was praying for me. I had no idea my friend was praying for me. I mean, people say, yes, I'll pray for you, but then you never know if they actually do. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like it's such an easy thing to say, I'll pray for you. But, you know, I feel like that's just a comforting thing to say. I'm grateful that now I know that there's people in my life that are actually genuinely praying for me whenever they say it, and I am actually praying for people. Like, there have been times that I've said, yes, I'll pray about this, and I forget. But God has really put my focus in, like, spend time in prayer. Just spend time with Him. And the longer you stay there, the more you're going to remember, and the more you're going to think about the others around you. And the timer's going off. And the more you're going to realize just how great God is and who He is, and the fact that you can come to Him about every single little detail of every aspect of your life. So yeah, it's a game changer. If you don't know Him, just attempt to know Him. Just seek Him out, and I can almost guarantee you're not going to be disappointed. Now, a lot of people, they have their preconceived notions, and they have their bias, and sometimes it doesn't get through on just a whim. You gotta want it too. You gotta, like, actually genuinely, like, okay, let's try this out. But I'm not meaning to be preachy. I feel like more often than not, I come on here and I'm like, going on about God and everything, and it's just because He has changed my life, you guys. And look right here, I have these, and you know, I always go by these, and I haven't even done my moment of praise journal for the past month yet. I have another journal that I do, but I also want to put it in here as well. But the Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in Him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoiceth, and with my song will I praise Him. Psalm 28:7. He's a good God. Okay, and let me actually I got a prayer board up here, and I got these little things in here. Let me just pull this out. Okay. Your Father knows what you need before you ask Him. What did I literally just said that. You guys, okay, hold on. Let me just try to show you. Okay, I just pulled it out of here. There's several different ones. How did I pull out something that was related to what I just, well, I was just talking about the prayer. He knows what you need before you ask Him. Just spend time with Him, and it will come to you what you need to pray about. But that will be all for today, and I hope you all have a blessed day, blessed week, and I will be posting sporadically vlogs and once we start getting income again. Bye-bye.